Are you looking to make some renovations to your home that one, will add value to your home, and two, won't break your bank or your back? Then you've clicked on the right video. What's up everyone, Garrett O'Leary here with the O'Leary Brothers team here at Lead Realty. And like I said, today we're gonna talk about some of the simple, easy, and inexpensive ways that you can make some renovations as updates to your home without, subtracting too much from your bank account. Now, I'm actually at a property we are completely renovating right now, so I thought I would take the opportunity to kind of talk about what changes we're gonna make here that you could potentially do at your home, again, without breaking the bank, and that will add value to your home. So let's get started. Okay, so first let's start off in the kitchen. Now, the first thing I recommend doing is actually updating all your drawers and cabinets to include slow closing hinges. Now, the slow closing hinges are pretty much a staple and standard for any new construction homes anymore. So when people do renovate their homes, typically the first things they do, which is a very cost-effective way, is updating those hinges to be the slow closing ones. Now again, they're very simple to install. You can get a bunch of them from like your local, Home Depot, Lowe's, or even Ace Hardware. So they're really easy to put in, and I highly recommend them because they're such a simple and convenient thing to add in. Many people that are looking at homes really do want these for their homes. They're not gonna do anything crazy, but what they are do is when people are looking to buy them, people will walk in, notice that your drawers have something, they'll open them, and they'll always test to see if they have them. It's just a simple thing to do. I highly recommend adding them if you are wanting to make some small renovations. Plus, while you still live in the home, it does make it kind of nice because then, in the middle of the night when you're getting your snacks, no one will know because you're not accidentally slamming drawers or cabinets. So again, I recommend adding them. It's very simple. Now, staying inside the kitchen, the next thing I actually recommend doing is changing out some of these handles on your drawers and cabinets. Again, it's a very cost-effective way of doing it. They're not very expensive, and really depending on the style of your home, you could really spend almost the bare minimum to make it look so much better. Now, for example, in this home, we're going for a really modern feel. As you can tell, all of this whole condo really is just white and gonna have some very dark contrasting colors. So quite simply, these handles will probably change to something black. That or just a newer silver that's a different type of model. And again, that's how simple it can be for your home. It really is that easy, and it can really change the look and feel of your kitchen. Again, depending on the style of your home, you really choose whichever ones you like. Obviously, you go to Home Depot, Ace, Lowe's, and you'll find a ton of different kinds of handles. I recommend something kind of sleek, very high contrast is my opinion, especially if your home is more of a modern design. But the handles do change the way your kitchen can look, as well as really update and freshen up that look entirely. Now, the next small renovation that I think you should consider is actually changing some of those lighting fixtures. Now, whether that means all of them or just a few, change the lighting fixtures in your home if you think they need to be updated. People love bright homes. They are more inviting, more welcoming than homes that are, poorly lit or just dimly lit. Having good lighting in your home can actually make it feel a bit larger than it actually is. So I recommend maybe walking through your home, choosing out some lighting fixtures that you don't particularly like or that are kind of getting up there in age, and then, taking them down and changing them out with something new. For example, we're actually in the process of changing out most of our lights, as you can see, as this one's just kind of hanging from the ceiling. But another thing you can consider too is actually changing more of them to include some ceiling fans. So like right here in this living room, we're gonna change out this one right here with a ceiling fan and light fixture combination. And we're doing that throughout the home. In each bedroom, we're gonna have a ceiling fan with that light, just to make it a little bit, of an easier transition. The ceiling fans in every room is actually kind of a trend that's going on. Most of the new construction homes you'll see are gonna have ceiling fans in their rooms along with a modern lighting fixture. So we decided to just tackle it both and kind of install a modern fan and a modern lighting fixture all in one, just to make it easier on us. Plus, fans in every room actually just kind of saves you energy. You're not gonna be using as much as your AC. So if you haven't already, that could actually be your next renovation, is putting in fans in all the room. Now, I will say this one can be a little pricey because fans can cost you a pretty penny. I mean, I know the ones that we're looking at are gonna be around the $150 range. So obviously it's not the cheapest, But if you want to, set the fans off to the side and just get the regular lighting fixtures, you can really get some really nice and modern looking ones from Amazon. They can be really cheap and they look really good. And again, changing that lighting to the more LED, which are again, more energy efficient and just look better, you'll be actually saving money on your electric bill every month. So it's kind of a plus if you do change out pretty much everything. Now, coming up next is actually changing out the vanities in your home. So stepping into the bathroom, you'd actually be surprised on what you have as your vanity, and reality, once you switch it out, what your home will actually look like. So for example, we have these vanities in our home and they're not my favorite. They look okay, but I think they could do for a fresher, more modern look. And again, that could be the case for many homes, pretty much that anyone lives in. You're gonna wanna look at the vanities that you currently have so you can determine if they're actually worthy to save or not. Vanities anymore, mirrors I should be saying, are super cheap. You can get them off Amazon, some really stylish ones for pretty much, maybe 50 bucks, and they're very simple to install. So I highly recommend, browsing on Amazon, maybe going to your Home Depot or Lowe's and changing out what you have. Again, these just kind of literally hang up on the wall. So you could just kind of, take this one off and just hang up the new one. That simple. And again, changing those lighting fixtures could be a good thing too to freshen up what your bathroom looks like. And real quick too, the benefit of changing your vanity is that will really change the look of your bathrooms. Plus, you're not gonna be breaking your back, regrouting tile or replacing tile entirely. So I would say changing the vanity should be the first step. If you really like the look, then you can just stop there. Or again, you can make that maybe pricier renovation of changing out tile or changing the whole design of your bathroom. But I would start off with the vanity because again, simple, cost effective, and it can change the whole look without you doing all that much to it. Now, the last thing I want to talk about to round off this video is painting. And yes, I'm sure you kind of expected that. Painting is gonna be the cheapest thing you really can do that can drastically change the look of your home. Now, for example, in this condo, what we're gonna do is just paint all of the walls a basic white, because that tends to go with pretty much everything that you could really put in a home, whether furniture-wise. Plus, when you do update the paint, it really does freshen up and brighten up a room. You can never go wrong with a white or a very light color. So painting your room, whether it's a single room or the entire interior of your home, is the last thing I really recommend doing. Now, I understand there is some work that needs to be put into it, and you're obviously moving all your furniture, you're pretty much making a room or the whole entire house inoperable because you can't use those while it's drying, while you're painting. So it can be a pain in the butt, but again, after you're done painting it, you really will realize how much of a difference that painting that room or painting that entire interior of your home is gonna make in the long run. So the last thing I would consider is painting your house. Whether that's interior, exterior, or just single rooms, or even just maybe touching up the baseboards or the crown molding, anything that you may have in your property. Painting is really about it. Touching up all the cabinets too could be beneficial. So painting entirely is gonna be quite literally the end all be all. I highly recommend, considering that if you want to make a renovation, maybe start off the painting and then realize, what doesn't match and then move from there. i.e. if you kind of paint your kitchen, don't like the way your cabinets look, you can paint the cabinets a different color. Then you can go on to changing the handles on all those cabinets and things like that. So you can kind of see that all these things lead to the next. So that's it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I gave you some inspiration on what you can do in your home without spending too much money and to kind of add that value. Because in reality, when you do choose to sell your home, you want to make a lasting impression on anybody that's going to be walking through that home. And having those small features like the slow close hinges, the new handles, the better vanities in the bathrooms can really make a difference. And when someone kind of walks in, their first impression is like, wow, this home is beautiful. I love the colors. I love this, that, and everything else about your home. And in your mind, you'll know that you didn't spend all that much to make those renovations. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Garrett with the O'Leary Brothers team. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. If you've made any small renovations, I would love to hear them. Drop that in the comments below. Let's start a discussion on how we can all renovate our homes for as cheap as possible. But that'll be it for today's video. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.